What's up, my loves? It's your girl. I've got 2 pro tips for you today on the Henry Rifles lever action side gate. This is Merl, just named him. Tossing between Merl and Earl. I like Merl, goes with Mabel, my truck's name. Anyways, he's brand new. This is a Model X, decked out with Ranger Point Precision Henry handguard and a skeletonized stock. And I have plans for this Model X. However, brand new, needs to get broken in. It's probably had about 100 rounds shot out of it. We ain't even close. Okay, y'all know Jessie. Jessie is broke in. She's an old girl. I digress. This is my pro tip for you. When I'm going to feed through the side gate, I was teaching a class recently, and all of the students kind of have an issue with feeding because what they'll end up doing is they'll end up slamming the round. You have to get past the gate, right? So it's an inward press. But then once you're past the gate, you want to get the round down into the mag tube. And so instead of slamming all the way to the side, push, but then feel and think about what it looks like inside. And you guys can scope it out and check it out because I think it's helpful to see what it actually looks like in there. But to help your round find its way into the tube, inward press, but then think about not continuing that press bang and then in, but think of feed it in and then snake it through down the tube, if that makes sense. It's more of a visual thing because if it's not a clean shoot and it's not a broken in rifle like mine isn't right now, then you'll get hemmed up a little bit, and that happens. So just think about even smooth pressure, get past the gate, feed down through the tube. Does that make sense? I hope it does. And hopefully it's helpful. But I also, of course, as you guys know, like to do the half load, use the round to push through versus doing all the way through. And my reasoning for that is sometimes, not all the time, but the side gate, like if you notice this, is not having any movement in it. So to avoid having the side gate close up on your round, you'll have to get onto that lip with the round to get past and get back through to that side gate, trying to hit. And so to avoid having to get micro with the adjustment, keeping it fed half in, half out just helps just get past that side gate and keep going. Okay, my second tip to you guys, because I was teaching a private class on lever actions the other day. And this gentleman, he's awesome. First class ever with a lever action. So, we're feeling things out and getting to know him. Was struggling with his reload because every time he went for his reload, he was going somewhere else, right? This would be too far for me to get to that side gate and have control. So my tip to him was find an indicator on your handguard. He did have a Range Point Precision handguard. For me, it's right here. It's right where the edge meets the rest of the handguard for that finger groove, okay? And generally I'll be around the second two. But find your indicator and look for it and kind of cement it into your mind what it feels like when you're in the right place for your reload. And it doesn't just have to be on lever actions. When I go for that reload, I'm here, I bring it in, I feel for that lip, gives me a leverage point, and then I tuck into my chin. So I can hold it there and it stays there. And the important thing about this is that if it works, right, you find your points, your point of contact with your chin, your point of contact with your non-dominant hand, then you go there every time. So you're having consistency. So then over time, you can improve upon it because you have your markers that you're going to every single time. Does that make sense? Because also, too, if you don't have those indicators, you see a lot of this, a lot of hanging out, right? And that doesn't really give you any stability at all. But more than that, there's no way to replicate it. So if you're here, you bring it in, you find your indicator on your handguard, right? I'm here, I bring it in. And then once I find my indicator, I tuck it. I go for my reload. I like to cant it off to the side so I can see what's happening. And then I get back on. How I like to do my reloads is a preference for me, but I like to load my tube with nothing hot in the chamber. Some people like to rack their lever before they go for the reload. Some people like to rack it after. That's me. It's personal preference. And also, if you're training with a specific round count, you might need that extra round in the chamber. For me, I just like to leave it empty. No matter what you do, you just need to choose how you're going to do it and do that every single time. And then have the variable be maybe one particular stage or training session that you're doing where you're changing it. You can always change things, but if you want to see improvement over time, you need to be able to replicate everything. So find your markers, visualize, train. Thanks to Merle for being our new guy around. I like him. Do you guys have any suggestions on anything that you think I should put on him, upgrade him with? Maybe some ideas for some engraving? Maybe do like a topography with a FTE inlay. That's what I was thinking. I don't know. You guys let me know. Thank you, Merle. Thank you, Range Point Precision. Thank you, Henry Rifles. Guys, get out there, train. Lever actions are awesome, and you should go shoot yours. Have a good one. God bless you. Bye.